So, Liam, what's your definition of a hero?
My definition of a hero, I think a hero would be somebody who helps somebody who's lost or just in need of help.
I like that definition. Let's see what Mrs. Murphy has to say about that.
I agree.
What qualities do you think make a hero?
Probably dependability, selflessness, trust. You have to be worthy of people's trust. Kind of being able to predict outcomes before they happen, to intervene appropriately on certain things. Being approachable, being honest, fair. I think all of those would be good attributes.
Okay.
Wow, Mr. Murphy has some pretty good advice there.
She really did. But what kind of hardships will people endure in their life?
I don't know. Let's see what she has to say about that.
Hardships you think they'd have to go through to get there?
I think it depends on the circumstances, but obviously the financial piece could be a huge hardship. Time, what you want to put into it, how long it takes to get to your end goal of getting into your career, what you want to do. Because for some people it could be quick, and for others it could be a really long time because of life situations and different things coming up and having priorities shift a little bit. I think that's probably the biggest thing, that and the financial piece.
Wow, I think Mr. Murphy has some really good advice about the kind of hardships you'll endure.
Yeah, but I think we should also see what another person has to say about a hero.
How about Miss Ulicki? I think she can have some pretty good advice.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of definition he has.
What qualities don't you think make you a hero?
These almost feel like trick questions.
So it's like you said, you don't feel like you are a hero. What do you think makes you feel that you're not a hero?
Oh, well, I guess because I consider, I love what I do. I love my job, and I love, the students and the people I work with. And so I think to me that is, something I enjoy and not something I have to, go out of my way to do.
So, wow, she had a pretty good definition of a hero.
Yeah, I think it definitely blends with our idea of a hero really well.
I think so too.
Well, let's go ahead and see what she thinks about people and having hardships in their life.
I agree. Alright, do you think people are going to endure certain hardships in your life, and if so, what kind?
People are going to endure hardships in my life?
In their life.
Oh, in their life. Yeah, I meet with people every day who are going through a hardship, and sometimes it's they're not getting along with a friend, or they've had a breakup. Sometimes it's more serious, where they're feeling like they don't want to live anymore. So it's kind of a wide variety of different things people go through, but they're all hardships, and for that person in that moment, it really matters to them, and that's important to make sure that they have support.
I think that's a pretty good definition, saying what kind of hardships you endure.
Yeah, I think it definitely sets the mood of what our definition of a hero is to us. And although it might not be everybody's definition, I think what both those counselors had to say really sets an example of how people, or what kind of things are going to happen in people's lives.
I agree. Well, I think that should be the end of today's episode on the Riverside Podcast. Make sure you stay tuned for the next episode where we interview an outside of school therapist. And always remember, you can call the 988 hotline to get help if you need it. See you next time on the Riverside Podcast.
All right, see you next time on the Riverside Podcast.
See you next time on the
See you next time on the Riverside Podcast.